In this video, we are going to be watching Jambu's latest video where he responds to people that think FC25 is a good game. Like me, Jambu's not a big fan of the game, so I'm interested to see how this video goes. Let's get into it.
Okay, so yesterday I uploaded a video about the new FC25 patch and my thoughts, and it got a lot of engagement, a lot of discussion in the comments. We're going to be
Makes
responding
sense.
to some people that think FC25 or seem to think FC25 is actually decent and that I'm wrong about it. And it's just a discussion, really. You guys can leave your comments on your thoughts on their comments and my comments that I'm adding down below in the comment section. And yeah, if you enjoy this style of video, do leave a like for me, subscribe for more, and let's get into it. If you need the cheapest EX... So the first comment says, okay, so you're one of those players urging for the game to just be an arcade fest. You guys aren't helping the development of the game at all. So firstly...
Interesting comment. I feel like people who say things like that don't really understand what they're on about. Well, let's see what Jambu says.
I am not the one developing the game. I think that's pretty obvious. I don't.
Even when I was a pro player competing at international tournaments, EA never asked my opinion, never asked other pros' opinion. It's very limited. EA do what they want, really.
Understand how anybody can play this.
Are you sick to death of getting out teamed on FC24? Want that God squad you've always been dreaming of? Check out IGGM.com today. The best and most reliable place to get coins for your ultimate team. Use the link in the description and code ZEL at checkout for a 5% discount. Check out IGGM.com today.
Current game and have a go at people or disagree that people want this to be more arcadey. You're going to see a lot more comments, about it being like real football and stuff, which absolutely blows my mind. But to sit there and say that an FC YouTuber is not helping the development of the game, all we're doing is suggesting how it can be better than what it currently is. Like, what it currently is, in my opinion, is a disgrace.
Agreed.
So, if I was
Don't see how anyone could disagree with that.
Obviously, I can't code games and stuff, right? But if I had some sort of input, I guarantee that you would enjoy and the community would enjoy this game better. There is absolutely zero.
I agree with that. I feel the same. I feel like I have a pretty good idea of what would make this game better, what would make it more consistent, what would make it a better experience. I feel like the direction the game's gone from EA has been pretty poor recently.
No doubt in my mind at all. EA doesn't care about serious trouble. They care about people like you continuing to make videos about their games. You are keeping this game alive. I'm definitely not keeping this game alive. My video that has 25,000 views yesterday, which is fantastic by the way, is a drop in the ocean compared to the whole player base and people that have made purchases to this game.
I've made this comment before, and I get people say, stop promoting this game, and someone say, you haven't... I work at a college, someone saying, why are you being greedy? Why do you need to make money from this? Cost of living's high. I support my family. I've put a lot of time into this game trying to help people improve over the years. I don't think it's wrong that I want to be able to make some money off it. You're watching my YouTube videos for free. That's a side point. My videos gave less views than Jambu's on average. The community watch YouTube, go on Twitter, watch Twitch is a tiny percentage of the whole overall player base. Anyone who genuinely thinks that content creators are the issue and they're supporting the game and making it do better, they're deluded. We're slating the game. We're not making people want to play the game more. We're slating it. We honestly would love to promote the game and say how good it is, but it's not. So
I would actually argue that they don't care about people like me making videos because my video is not going to change anything. They're not going to, anything I said in my video yesterday is not going to be taken on board by EA.
Agreed. And just bear in mind, Jambu, like me, promotes coins on his channel. If they really cared and it was that big an issue, they'd be banning channels like that.
So it's actually the opposite. They don't care about people like me making videos. And me making a video expressing my feeling as to how I think this game is in a really bad place is definitely not keeping the game alive. People could argue in some way, even though I disagree, that I'm actually contributing to the negativity, which I don't think is true, but I can see how people would see it that way.
Yeah, you can't really win. Sometimes people say that I promote the game, I'm the issue. Then sometimes people say you're just moaning about the game, you're the issue. You literally get people saying the opposite.
So me making some sort of rant video is the complete opposite of me keeping this game alive. Isn't defensive heavy gameplay what real football's like? Has a Premier League or La Liga match had a 10-9 result? Why do 10 plus goals per game need to be scored for it to be good gameplay? These comments are the ones that I just feel this just can't be real. It just can't be real. Like,
it's a video game. It's got 6-minute halves. In real life, have you seen some of the goals that you see in FIFA? First time chip through balls from 50 yards, power shots 180 degrees back to goal, every corner being a penalty, basically. This game's not remotely realistic, so I don't really get these comments.
the game we're playing is a video game, okay?
Yeah.
This is not real football. In real football, every player on the pitch is controlling themselves and they're working as a unit in a team.
Yeah.
There is such a big difference between that in a 90-minute match and us playing 6-minute halves where 10 of the 11 players on each team at all times are being controlled by AI. Like, it's just not comparable to real football in any way, shape, or form.
Spot on. Adverts on YouTube these days.
The only thing that has anything to do with real football in this game is the fact that it's in some way trying to imitate real football. We're playing a football simulator, arcade game, whatever you want to call it.
Me and Jambo used to joke saying Rocket League was the closest sim to real football. Obviously, it's taking the mick a bit, but this game isn't remotely like real football, so the comments like this compared are just stupid. I get what they're trying to do, but they just don't work.
But this is not real. Casual players can now beat them on an even field. Elite players are so upset. Casual players can now enjoy the gamer.
If this guy genuinely believes this comment, he's an absolute idiot. Hardcore players who are elite players being able to get beat by casual players who aren't as good as them, that is stupid and not a healthy video game.
I mean, this just cannot be real. This is not a real person. Like, the fact you have just described, the fact that the hardcore players are now getting beat by casuals.
That shows there's an issue.
Actually, everything wrong with this game.
Yeah.
The skill gap has never been lower. Unless you're somebody that's actually sat there as a casual and you are happy that the game's holding your hand and helping you beat.
She shouldn't be. That's not good.
Like, if that is you and you own it, I mean, fair enough, I guess. But
that's not a good video game.
He's put my point for me. Like, the fact that a casual player is able to beat somebody who's much better than them.
Never trust a comment either when it's in full caps lock shouting at you.
That is an issue with the game. That is not a positive. It might be what EA want to do here.
Yeah.
It is not a positive for the game.
I
in
agree.
any way. Of course, elite players are upset because if you put years and years of practice into any craft and then suddenly a new version of it comes out that
doesn't reward you,
at a lower level, compete against you and ultimately beat you in games. I mean, it's not fair, right? I mean, the casual might argue it's more fair for them, but no, it's not fair. Like, any low skill gap where you're able to rig somebody that's of a higher skill level, like, at least in my eyes, that is a massive issue. Like,
I completely agree with John, but I don't want people to there be such a gap and it's so hard for a casual that they just get completely put off the game. That's where skill-based matchmaking comes in. On previous FIFAs, if I was 2 or 3 ranks higher than someone, I'd win every game. Whereas now, it's so easy to get rigged in the bad gameplay, how strong the AI is, how slow the game is. It's crazy. We'll move to the next comment.
I think the game speed has been the best it's ever been.
100% increased game speed. Do you want to play ping pong football? The game speed has been the best it's ever been.
Real life games are hard to break teams down. You don't get 10-0 games in real life like you always have in FIFA.
Again, it's not a real. It's a video game. You get 90 minutes in real life to break people down.
Sounds like you want an arcade game, and finally EA have given us a more true to life game. Brother, there is not a single world in this universe where this is a true to life game. For one, that's the first point.
It's not even right. I'm not going to listen to this bit just for the sake of how long the video could be. But this game not remotely realistic. We've said that so many things that I could comment that aren't even remote like real football. See what the next comment is. I want to see him read the next one.
Fun to play. Why is this guy obsessed with it being so fast? It used to be so fast, no one could properly control anything, and it was just a reaction fest, not a skill fest. It needs to be more responsive, yes, but faster, no.
Part of it being faster is it being more responsive.
FIFA has never, ever
Reaction.
been a game where it's a reaction fest. There has not been a single FIFA game ever where reaction speed has been important.
Agree with that. There's time finishing's a slight thing, but reaction speed's never been a major issue in FIFA. Lack of responsive, yes, that's literally what this guy wants. Jambu wants the gameplay to be a bit faster, so you have to make decisions quicker. That's not really reactions, though. It's different. And the AI not being stupid and just being able to play properly. Reactions like going around, peeking around a corner on a shoot and instantly shooting. It's not like that on FIFA.
Competed as a pro player 5 years ago. Never ever in a million years has FIFA been a reaction-based game.
I agree.
You could play this game at a high level when you're 60 years old and your reactions are gone. It's just the way it is. It's the way it always has been. This year, yes, like it's even slower and stuff than normal. It has never been a reaction fest where people cannot control what's going on.
Yeah,
you might be getting outplayed because the game speed was quicker back in the day, and now you're not getting outplayed because the gameplay is slower and the AI is holding your hand. But no, like I promise you, FIFA has never been a reaction-based game. I don't think it can be naturally. Just the aspect of it, so much AI involved. This isn't Rocket League or something like that, or Call of Duty where you need quick reactions. Never has been, never will be. Too slow, pace increased. Really? Really? Yeah, really. I mean,
I genuinely don't get where some of these people get the comments. Some of the comments, crazy.
I tip my hat to anybody that can sit here with the current game speed and actually enjoy it. I mean, I'm getting on. Like, I'm an old man now, right? So you would think that this slow game speed, like, maybe I'd enjoy it more. I really don't. I want a game that's fun and responsive to play. When I'm having to do everything at snail pace and it feels as unrewarding as it does, like, yes, I think the game's too slow. Yes, I think the pace needs to be increased.
Yeah.
Really? Yes. I'm serious. Manual defending is good this year, so stop bitching about defending.
No idea where he's come through with that. You just don't get rewarded. Yeah, sure, you can manual defend, but it's not. The issue isn't even about manual defending. It's how bad the game is in terms of how strong AI defending is. That's the issue. I'm assuming Jambo said.
This guy can't be playing the same game as me. I see my opponent with 11 players, AI defending, sat behind the ball.
Yeah.
And then when I step in and make a manual tackle, the ball ends up bouncing back to them, sometimes even playing them in on... Like, what are we talking about here? Like, a literal way to defend in this game is to not touch your centre-back.
Yeah.
AI...
I see people genuinely just hold the midfielder. They literally never touch their defence no matter what. And they're pretty good at the game. In terms of what works this game, it's crazy.
Tactics, second man press, like obviously there's things you have to do in this game manually, right?
Yeah.
But this game is so assisted,
especially on defense,
every way that there is no argument. Like manual defending it is not good. Like not to the point it should be. Like if you go and play on old gen, which by the way is still not a great game. But it's better than the new gen version.
Yeah.
You'll start seeing some actual manual defending. And like in the nicest possible way, I feel like so many of the people that argue about how the defending and AI on this version is fine. Like if you go over to old gen, like you will get ripped apart because you're going to quickly find out that the gameplay on old gen is not holding your hand and
you still can AI defend really bad on old gen, but it is quicker. The AI is not as strong, and there's more space. The skill gap's higher on that version. I really don't like either version, but at least on old gen you can attack a bit more. It's still very inconsistent. Probably less consistent than new gen, but at least you can attack.
Doing things for you like it does on new gen. To say that manual defending is good on this year's game is crazy to me. You want
Agreed.
an arcade, not a sim, which is entirely fine. There's nothing terribly wrong with the game, bar a few bugs here and there, which have hopefully been fixed. The gameplay is almost true to life.
The gameplay almost true to life comment is ridiculous again. We've addressed this, but
There's no need complaining and bashing the game just because it's not to your taste. I mean, this game is barely to anyone's taste. That's the first point.
this is the most negative I've seen any stuff about the game this year, to be honest. So yeah.
I don't necessarily want an arcade game. Do I want it to be more arcadey than it is now? Yes. Next point, there's nothing terribly wrong with the game, bar a few
I could make a video 3 hours long going in about the issues about the game easily.
bugs here and there. I mean, we're not playing the same game, brother. Like, if there's nothing terribly wrong with this, bar just a few bugs, and then we go on to say, which have hopefully been fixed, we're now 3 major patches deep. And barely anything, if anything, has changed at all. Like,
The only noticeable major thing that I've seen on the game is the speed boost on new gen's not as good anymore.
I wish that I had the optimism that some of these guys have. I mean, after what we've seen, like for the launch of FC25, I've lost all hope, you know, that
Agreed, sadly.
things are going to be fixed. And it's just, to say there's nothing terribly wrong with this game, I'd be genuinely interested, and this is not a dig in any way. Like,
what
leave a
rank
comment on
is?
this video and let me know like what division you play in. And the reason I say that is because the higher level you play on this game, the more you find and notice these really broken things. If you're
Yeah, again, I agree with John. It's not meant as a patronising thing. It is just genuinely in the lower divisions, the game isn't as bad or broken because people don't use the things that are broken. It's not the community's fault either. It's EA's for not balancing the game and not fixing these things. I coached someone the other day who was Division 5 or 6, and I was telling him about a few things I had never ever seen in the game. Whereas in the Elite Division, I'm seeing those a few times a game. Every game. The game is different in the lower division compared to the higher divisions. Doesn't mean you can't have some sort of opinion on the game, but it does invalidate your point somewhat about the broken things on the game if you're just not a good enough level to see that.
playing in Div 10, and again, this is not a dig, like, you are not going to see the game breaking issues that you're going to see in the Elite Division.
Yeah.
That is just the way it is. So, if you are someone who enjoys this game and you're actually playing at a high level, please let me know in the comments and let me know.
Yeah, I've barely seen a single person praise the game. I've not seen a pro praise the game this year. I've not really seen in my Twitch, YouTube comments people saying that they like the game who are high ranked.
Because I'd be very interested to know like what you enjoy about this currently. Because I've been very open and honest about my thoughts on the game. I've been playing this since like 2009, maybe even earlier, and this is my least favorite game ever. I feel it's the most
The only game that's close to this one for how much I dislike it's 19, but this is my least favorite game at this point. Content, packway, price of players. That's probably we can get to gameplay. Broken gameplay, slow, so many issues. I really despise it.
Slow, unresponsive game. And yeah, man, it's tiring. Like, we all want a better game. Hopefully it will come soon. I'm going to wrap up the video. I appreciate you guys watching. Let me know if you got this far. Appreciate you guys.
Good video. If you don't subscribe to Jambo already, you can see his YouTube there, Jambo FC. I will leave a link to the video for you guys to get involved in. Go leave a comment. Jambo's a great guy. As always, I appreciate your support. Thank you for watching. Keep it spicy. I will see you guys next one. Peace.